Hello everyone, JRDL96 here with a brand new reaction. As you can tell by the title, it's another Jacksepticeye video. Now I believe the last Jacksepticeye video we've seen was when Jack was playing Phasmophobia with Bob, Wade, and Mark. And we saw the infamous, moment when they heard Mark screaming in the distance and they started laughing their asses off, etc. But recently, Jack hit 25 million subscribers. Absolutely incredible. And not to, maybe a few days prior or even a week prior to that, Mark hit 27 million. So it's been like this close race between these two. And that's about it. But again, with Jack changing the title of his videos all the time, this video was originally titled how to get I got 25 million subscribers with this one simple trick, to then he changes it to how I got 25 million subscribers. Now this is kind of interesting. I don't know what he'll say and what's the big tip. My guess is it's just he was lucky. He had that huge shout out from PewDiePie, who was at that time one of the biggest, most popular, most subscribed YouTube channels at that time. He was one of the biggest guys on YouTube at that time. And he had that, and then he was still consistent with uploads. In his content and whatever he was uploading. That was probably what, helped him. But anyways, I might as well just get right into this reaction and see what he's gonna say. So anyways, without further ado, let's react to this video, shall we?
Here is the one trick that I used to get 25 million subscribers on YouTube. And you can do it too. Alright, are you listening? Get closer. I have no idea.
Exactly.
When I was doing this channel, the thought of 25 million subscribers was absolutely terrifying. I didn't ever think that the channel would get there. I didn't even think I'd get to 100k, let alone a million. We hit 1 million subs in August of 2014.
Yeah.
And here we are, almost 6 years later, hitting 25 million. It's crazy. Some of the biggest channels on YouTube were around that landmark. And very, very few channels had ever hit that milestone. So today, this channel, the Jacksepticeye channel, which we are all accountable for, if anything ever goes wrong on this channel, you're just as much to blame as I am. There's 25 million of you. There's just one of me. Who's right and who's wrong? The court of public opinion is very strong, and the blame solely rests on your shoulders for whatever we ended up doing here. 25 million. That's so many people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust out some quick math on you real fast. That's halfway to 50.
Yeah.
And a quarter of the way to 100 million.
Oh, don't start talking about that. That's
things you can do with numbers. Look, I'd love to be able to sit here and say, I did these 10 things. I did this, this, and this. And the channel boomed, and the algorithm, I figured it all out, and I knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't. I started off this channel in my log cabin in the woods. Yes, an actual log cabin in the middle of the woods. I did live there. I have so many people who don't
believe
think that I'm joking when I say I live in a log cabin. I think I said it to Felix one time, and even he didn't know. But I started my channel there, uploading Far Cry 3 videos and Solid Snake impressions. Old Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4. Some people corrected me on that over the years. It's the same character. Who cares? But I just started off doing this for fun. I was depressed, bored, lonely, had nobody to talk to, had no friends who shared my love of video games, and I just wanted to yell into the internet and learn how to do this because it looked cool. And here we are, 8 years almost later, still doing it. I uploaded, I think it was December 2012 when I uploaded my Solid Snake impression. I've had the channel for a long time, since 2007.
Yeah.
But
the channel was originally made in 07.
And I remember there's a vlog where somebody asked if I ever hit 1 million subs or if I ever hit 20 million or something like that.
22 million, I think it was.
Because I think it was Felix who was at that at the time, and I said that will never ever happen. And I genuinely believed that for a very, very long time. So I guess I lied to everybody on the internet. I'm so sorry. But just remember, this is your fault. Instead of blaming you for everything, I should be thanking you. I'm blaming you in a positive way, because everything that's going to come my way over the last 8 years is thanks to everybody who's interacted with my channel. I talked about this a little bit in the video I did recently, talking about the movie I'm in with Ryan Reynolds. Again,
Fall Guys.
Thing, a sentence that comes out.
No, not Fall Guys. Free Guy. What the fuck am I talking about?
For
God damn it.
everything that anybody along this journey has ever done for me. And there are countless individuals who have done so many great things for me. Not only you guys as subscribers who watch my content, that is the biggest driving, motivating factor, and I mean the whole channel exists because people watch it. But there's so many people behind the scenes as well, and so many friends and other YouTubers who kind of boost you along the way and collab with you and
Mark
give you
and
advice.
a bunch of others.
Just talk to you about things that I'm eternally grateful for as well. Because not only has the channel grown so much, I feel like me as person have grown much. When I started off the channel, I was scared and shy. I didn't even have a face cam in the beginning. I was hiding my accent. I was doing a different voice because I cringed at myself whenever I heard it. And then I put on a webcam and I was like, oh, I have to look at myself in it all the time and it's so awkward, and why do I do this thing and that thing?
I could
and
tell.
It was just
I could tell how awkward it is.
Building of confidence to try and get past that.
I was there when I first started. I was in that position. I was kind of like
yelling and swearing all the time,
cringing at myself.
It was just super fun
the stuff
to
I
every
say.
day make videos and
I still
have
do.
people react to them, and it was just this non-stop moving train that I didn't know where the ceiling to was, and I still don't think there's a ceiling to it. New stuff keeps coming up all the time that I still can't believe YouTubers are doing. I remind myself very often that sure, things might not go your way sometimes, or oh, this video got demonetized, and oh, an algorithm. Oh, you have so much that has come your way over the years, and I have, and I need to remember that, like, very often, that I'm so lucky that I get to do this as a job, and I'm so lucky that I have so many people who support me in what I do, and being able to, especially now during these extremely tough times, like I still get to do what I do, and a lot of what I personally do didn't really get affected by it. I know so many people in the world are so unfortunate in that regard, so I do not take what I do for granted for a single second. And I can honestly say that I'm genuinely proud of the person that I have become. Sure, I have flaws, we all do. We're never going to get rid of every single flaw. Nobody's perfect. To go from who I was back then and to go through all of that,
as I did.
The green hair phase and booming channel, and then
the green hair phase,
coming out to who I am now, and like struggling with my own mental health for so many years and trying to figure out who I was, and leaning a bit too much on my channel here and there, and then not really knowing where I'm going and what I'm doing and feeling lost. And then coming out all on the other side of that, still have a lot to learn and a long way to go, but I feel like I'm much more confident, I'm much more mature, and I'm much more open-minded as a person than I was even 2-3 years ago. I feel like my open-mindedness comes from all of you, and whenever I meet people at conventions or go on tour, or anytime I get a chance to interact with anybody from a different part of the world, no matter how similar or how different we might be, everybody has something to teach me. I've learned so much from people and different walks of life and different sexual orientations and races and ethnicities and beliefs, that it's just broadened my mind so much and given me so much more empathy for people. So I'm very grateful for that. I genuinely like myself as a person. There's some aspects, of course, that I don't like, but I genuinely like who I've become. And I think that that's the goal for everybody in the world, really. If you like who you are, then it's easier to like other people. It's easier to get along with the things that are happening in your life when stuff goes badly. It's easier to overcome them, I think. And I've done a lot of reflecting and
it ain't that easy, believe me.
Just mentalities and mental health and philosophy and things over the last year especially. And I've learned a lot about myself and why I react to certain things that way. So I've definitely matured a lot. And I'm very proud of that. But above all else, what I'm very proud of with this channel is that we've been able to remain and we've been able to retain a certain positive outlook on life here. And I'm glad that I get to share that with a lot of people. I'm glad that we've been able to, I keep saying that we're not going to change the world as a whole, but we can at least change the chunk of it that we have for ourselves, and at least try and do the right thing and help other people and make people happy and have a more optimistic outlook on things. And I'm so proud of all of the insane charity work that you guys have put in over the years. We've raised over $4.5 million for charity in the last 3 years alone, which has blown my mind. And I want to continue doing that and really fighting for good causes and fighting for what's right and trying to be... just trying to do the right thing. This is a very large channel with a very huge sort of influence over people. And I want to make sure that we're still using that right and we're still going in the right direction. So thank you so much for 25 million subs. Onwards to 30 million, I guess. Will we get there? I don't know. Will YouTube
Probably.
Who knows? It might.
Slowly
it might
but
not.
surely.
But I promise that I'll just keep trying to learn and grow, learn from mistakes, just trying to be a decent person, but also trying to have fun with what I have here on YouTube as well, and just trying to share as much of that as I can with the world. So just thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you and anybody who's ever done anything for me. I can't believe the channel is at 25 million subs. I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
Aw. You're welcome. But man, it's so crazy to think 8 years ago, this guy was a completely different person. He was just shy, living in this cabin in the middle of nowhere. And he was kind of like uncomfortable in his own skin. He was kind of trying to fake an accent. He didn't like the way he sounded. But then over the years, he started to get more and more comfortable and more confident in who he was as a person. And over time, he's evolved and he's become this completely different person than he was when he first started doing this. I myself can relate to some degree. Back when I started 9 years ago, I was like 15 and I was still in high school. It was about to be my sophomore year of high school, and I was kind of like, you know, doing it just for fun as a side thing, because I was like, at that time it didn't really hit me yet that maybe this is something I want to do. But I just decided to do it as like a side thing, like a hobby of mine, like a little thing on the side. And granted, didn't get that many fans at that time. Like, I think over the next 5 years, it would take me 5 years just to hit 250 subscribers. It was like because of the sporadic uploading that I would do. It wasn't as consistent as I am today. It wasn't until 2017 when I started doing one video a day. That was when I started doing the one videos a day. And after that, it kind of started to pick up momentum. And that's when the whole community started to, like, you know, my community started to really grow. And it's kind of funny that in 8 years he gets to 25 million when it takes me 9 years just to get to 2,000. It's a completely different thing because obviously I wasn't as consistent. I wasn't uploading that much because I had school in my way. Well, because here's the reason. Another reason why it took me that long to finally, you know, get more consistent with video making. Because after I graduated high school, I went to college to try to help me with YouTube. Because at that point, I kind of had the idea of what to do with my life, which is this. And I thought maybe college would help, but it didn't. It wasn't helping me. They just kept giving me the same classes that I'd done in high school, but it was almost like playing an actual video game of like, oh, you passed English 001, now let's see if you try English 101, Math 101. It was like, come on. It wasn't helping me. Nothing was helping me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to drop out of college because this is it's not helping me. I felt lost. I was kind of like forcing myself to be in college to not upset my parents in any way. But after a while, I was like, you know what? This is not helping. This is not helping me. It ain't helping me. So I was like, you know what? I'll just drop out. Because I don't think it's not helping me at all. So I'll drop out of college and just focus on YouTube. So I could really focus on YouTube. And when I did that, my dad especially really was really upset. And he gave me that ultimatum bullshit. Saying, oh, it's either school or the military. And I'm like, where's the third option? Your idea of helping me is not going to really help me. Because I already know what I want to do. But after a while, I guess he kind of started to really accept what I do. And which is good. But, man, what a complete journey the last 3 years were. Like, I remember when I first started doing the full, like, pretty much the full-time YouTube thing of, like, doing one video a day, it felt weird. And I remember I was not, more prepared to do that, because what would happen is I would wait until like the last video is uploaded and then I start recording videos afterward. It wasn't right. It really wasn't right. So I was like, you know what? I think I need to really plan out, and I really need to upload as many as possible. And that's really helped me. It really has helped me a lot. It really has. And based on what I can relate to some of the things he said, like work with what you have and do what makes you happy, and be grateful of your community. And I am, and I'm really, really grateful for the community that I have right now, and for the true friends that I have, because believe me, there have been absolute haters out there of mine. And sometimes, some of the things they say really gets to me. And it really just sends all these negative thoughts to my head saying, you can't do this. You're just about everything wrong with struggling creators, etc. And it just makes me doubt myself. Doubt myself with doing this, and doubt myself as a person. I will admit it. I am not a perfect person by any means. But I want to become a better person. And I feel like the best way to get better, that is to entertain people, make people happy when they feel down, etc. With the content I somewhat create. Even though reaction videos isn't technically not something, original. I know that, but I have to work with what I have. I have a shitty computer and I have a shitty camera, as you can tell. I have to work with what I have. I want to get better. I want to improve. I want to upgrade the quality of my videos and the type of content I post. Besides just doing this stupid crap. I don't want to just be known as a reactor. I want to be known more. I want to have variety to my channel. That's what I want. I want variety to my channel. That's why I started doing the ego videos, because of the stuff that Mark and Jack have done, and the stuff that they have done over the years really inspired me so much to do my own type of thing. And the fact that you guys like it, you love the ego content, and you freak out sometimes whenever I decide to wear a flannel because of how goddamn cold it is in this room, and you think it's Jay or Die. It's just so amazing, and it just really makes me happy. just seeing your reaction to something, to some of the ego videos I put up, always puts a smile on my face. Even though this year alone, besides the pandemic and everything, it hasn't really been a good year for me. It hasn't been a great year for me. It hasn't. I've been really going through a lot of stressful stuff personally, and my life's been the last few months has been it's been absolute hell for me. I've lost some friends because of our differences in different views or whatever, and just over stupid bullshit. It still haunts me to this day, and that's what really sucks. And that's why I said, when Jack said it's really easy, I'm like, no it ain't. It ain't easy to get over stuff. It ain't easy for me. Try to move on from some things. I know this whole thing has now become about me, but I can't help but try to relate to it. But overall, I'm proud of the community that I have made, and proud of everyone here. And I'm grateful for everyone. I am really appreciative. I really appreciate all of you. And I have no other things to say because I'm at a loss for words. Because I love doing this. But overall, congratulations to Jack on 25 million. When he mentioned like 50 million and 100 million, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna ever reach that, because by that time, he probably will be retired. I don't know, like, I don't think he's gonna grow that fast. Not by a long shot. Obviously, Jack is not a perfect person at all himself. We all know that. He's got his own issues, and he's trying to mostly focus on his own mental health. And that is a great thing, because that is the number one priority, and that is your mental health. So, I really appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. But it's crazy to think, like, it's been like, I know this is nothing related to the video or in general, but I wanted to bring it up because I completely forgot. The fact that a year ago, Jack put up this random video called Chase. The fact that that video became the #1 trending video on YouTube overall is even more crazy. And what's even more crazier is, like, Ryan fucking Reynolds DM'd him and said that was amazing. Great acting. And the fact that now Jack is in a movie starring Ryan Reynolds called Free Guy, or I think it's called Free Guy or something like that. But he's in a movie with Ryan Reynolds. He's cameoing in a movie. Apparently somebody found him in the trailer. Like, it's like a let's play he's doing. He's doing like a let's play of something in the trailer. It's kind of like very quick, and you're gonna have to really, analyze it frame by frame to really see it. Lisa SSP200, she found it. I think that's the username, but Lisa Supersepticeye. She found it. Hold on, I gotta find it quick. Yeah, Lisa SSP20, not 200. She used to be 200, I know that. But she found, like, 1 minute and 20 something seconds into the trailer, she found Jack in the trailer. That is insane. Like, the fact that you spent that time just to look in the trailer for, like, is he there? Like, we all know that he's not gonna have, like, a huge role in the film, but he's pretty much got a cameo in this movie. We all know that. But also the fact that even 4 years prior, during the green hair phase of his life, he started a month of creepy, cryptic stuff that would really change his channel forever. And that is that month of Jacksepticeye, which finally culminated on Halloween when he decided to do a pumpkin carving and all goes awry. Now, granted, I don't know what he's got in mind this year. I don't think he's got anything planned at this point because he got a pandemic still. But we all know that Jack has said that he has the timeline set. He's got the whole timeline, you know, laid out chronologically. So we all know that. But God knows when he'll be able to do anything ego-related again. Because we've been really clamoring for more. Because some of the stuff like that is so fascinating. But anyways, enough rambling. I know I'm milking time, which is not a good thing to do, but I just can't help it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. Overall, this was very fun and heartwarming to watch. See him really be appreciative of all of us in this community. Even though some people in this community have nothing better to do but harass Evelyn and Jack because they got nothing better to do. But if you like what you saw here, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure also to check out my Instagram because I make cool ads at Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also reenact with the cosplays on there, so go check it out. Be sure also to check out my Tumblr and my Discord in the description as well. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!